called Joan. Happy holidays, everybody. Today we are talking about Navy carriers, CSG. The generation that grew up in Taiwan between 1950s and 1965 is very familiar with the 7th Fleet. Without this 7th Fleet CSG, Taiwan might not be able to maintain its status quo. The CSG is a huge U.S. Navy strike force with multiple ships, carriers, submarines, sailors, marines, aircrafts, and helicopters. It is a very formidable military attacking group. A CSG normally consists of 1 aircraft carrier, 2 guided missile cruisers, 2 anti-aircraft warships, and 1 or 2 anti-submarine destroyers or frigates. Minimum 7,500 soldiers, minimum 65 to 70 carrier jet fighters, plus submarines underneath. USA has 11 carriers. The carrier USS Truman is currently undergoing updates and overhaul. Carrier needs repair and maintenance constantly. A giant fighting group sails in open seas. They can arrive at your doorstep, port, or water within 24 hours. Let's look at those carriers. 1. USS Nimitz, 1975 in service. 2. USS Dwight Eisenhower, 1977 in service. 3. USS Carl Vinson, 1982 in service. 4. Theodore Roosevelt, 1986 in service. 5. USS Abraham Lincoln, 1989 in service. 6. USS George Washington, 1992 in service. 7. USS John C. Stennis, 1995 in service. 8. Harry Truman, 1998 in service. 9. Ronald Reagan, 2003 in service. 10. George H.W. Bush, 2009 in service. 11. USS Gerald Ford, 2017 in service. This is the newest carrier with all the updated new advanced technologies. USA has 7 fleets of CSG. Let's review them. First fleet, location not designated. Second fleet is a supplier's fleet. Third fleet, home base, San Diego. Guard, Eastern Pacific Ocean. Fourth fleet, Port May, Florida. Guard, East Atlantic Ocean. Fifth fleet, Bahrain, Middle East. Sixth fleet, Naples, Italy. Guard, Europe. Seventh fleet, Yokohama, Japan. Western Pacific Ocean. Keep an eye on China. The biggest CSG is the 7th Fleet. Besides the carrier, at least 70 different ships, and followed by 150 jet fighters, plus 27,000 sailors or marines on board. Wow, it's a real monsters. All U.S. carriers and submarines are nuclear powered. They can stay on deployment in or under the water months or sometimes even years if needed. They can be replenished with food and supplies. From their supply ships, even a friend staying a month is a bit of inconvenience, let alone is not a friend stay in front of your waterway or your port. So the U.S. Navy carriers is really powerful. So The downside of this is the cost. To maintain and support such big forces are huge. Lately, the U.S. economy had depended on high-tech process and printing money to pay for all these costs. It is not very good at all. Take a look at China. They have 2 carriers, and the third one is just finished and going through test. China's first carrier was bought from Ukraine and was basically only a shell. Due to its condition, it took more than 2 years in transit to China. China started from scratches, and now China already building their 4th one. The first one is Liaoning in service. There's a previous Ukraine carrier. Second one is Shandong in service. Third one is Fujian. It just finished. Now it's under testing. The 4th one, the name is not decided. Some call Jiangsu, some call Sichuan. It's not decided, and it's not finished yet. China plans to build 6 carriers. I viewed one day online the Chinese carrier operation. The planes were taking off and landing on carriers. It looks like a U.S. copycat, very powerful. The next one we talk about India. He has 2 carriers, bought from Russia. Lately, the India carrier sails out to sea to show off the muscles, but without jet on board. Everybody laughed. Great Britain has 2. France has 1. And Russian has 1. But it's the Russian one is under repair. So we can read the chart to see the world carriers. Takeoff and landing on carriers is probably the hardest and the most dangerous things for a pilot to do. It is also the most risking time on a carrier that is not under combat. The carrier looks huge, but from the cockpit of a jet, when you're flying on the sky, look at the carrier, it looks like a piece of leaf, very tiny. It is very dangerous and accidents happen a lot. That is what it takes time to train and ready for combat. The U.S. has spent and will continue to spend a lot amount of money to support this and maintain this position. I don't think she will ever give up this leadership. That's all for today. Please transfer to all your friends.